anyone who has passed away from a terminal illness? All right, and of those who said yes, how many of you guys wish that you could have helped to ease their suffering? All right. So an unfortunate fact is that many people in this room alone even could be facing unfortunate prolonged death, which will not only put stress on yourself having to go through it, but also your family and your caregivers. Okay. So my name is Nicole. This picture is obviously an older picture. I think I was about 10 here. It's me and my grandpa. He had a unfortunately slow decline over many years of heart failure, strokes, dementia, and that's kind of what's inspired me to look more into the topic of human euthanasia, or death with dignity, as many people know it, because not only, like, as I said, not only does a prolonged death from a terminal illness put a lot of financial and emotional strain on the patient, but also the family and the caregivers. And with over 1.6 to 1.7 million people in hospice in the US every year, it's a big problem in the United States. So what I'm asking everyone here to do is to join me in petitioning to legalize death with dignity in Arizona. So many people are probably wondering why we should allow this to pass, because it's essentially the patient killing themselves with the assistance of a medical doctor. As you can see, many people already are, by these charts, that many people are already in agreement with this, so that people don't have to suffer more. And many people are even considering it for themselves. So my main point is that we should have, our main thing as humans is having control of our lives. And we should have control of all aspects of it, not just having to suffer with no way out in sight. And it's a diverse group of people that's affected by this matter too, as well as like kids, teens, adults, elderly, and there's many different types of illnesses that could cause this, or many different conditions that could cause a prolonged death. And nobody's immune from it, unfortunately. According to a law dictionary that I read, terminal illness is defined as an incurable, irreversible condition caused by injury, disease, or illness that would cause death within a reasonable period of time in accordance with the current accepted medical standards, where the application of life-sustaining treatment would only prolong the process of dying. In 2014, the statistic is from the Death with Dignity Act in Oregon, of how many people have been opting to go this route, especially with having in 2014 1.6 to 1.7 million hospice patients in the United States. And hospice patients are defined as those who have 6 months or less to live. And the other reason is that there's no way to truly measure the full impact that that having a terminal illness will have on the family and the caregivers as well. So several states have already passed laws allowing death with dignity, and those are shown here, and they include California in 2016, Oregon in 1994 originally, and then revised in 1997, Vermont in 2013, and Washington in 2008. And Montana has kind of an interesting law because their law doesn't prohibit it, but it doesn't protect your right either. And that's from the Death with Dignity website. So, some people on the opposing side may say that they don't want this to pass because it could be abused, or it could be the medication could get into the wrong hands. But I honestly feel that there's more ethical doctors that would be put in this sort of situation than those who would even consider abusing it, because the medication given will end a life. And so you may be thinking to yourself, like, how can I help this matter? And there is a good way to help. If we legalize death with dignity, we want to do this. We want to talk to our friends, tell them about it, and also get a petition started, start talking about it. If we wouldn't keep an animal alive that's suffering, why should we force our fellow human beings to go through that? So join me today in telling your friends. If we all tell at least one friend why we should legalize this, and they tell a friend, we can start something huge. And also sign a petition to tell our lawmakers what's up with this. And so this can actually help millions of Americans every year, including yourself.